Now that we've covered vertex or global indexes, let's dive into property indexes, which are a type of vertex-centric indexes. Once we found a starting point with an ID lookup or a vertex index lookup, the only other index that can be used along Gremlin's route is a vertex-centric index, which is a property or an edge index. Property indexes can be used to efficiently retrieve data from multi-properties with meta-properties. This is an example of a vertex-centric index. It's useful for multi-properties with meta-properties, and it can support equality and inequality predicates. These property indexes are implemented with specialized materialized views in Apache Cassandra. Let's take a look at some examples from our killer video dataset. So for the first example, we're looking for a budget estimate for a given movie. We can see the schema creation for an index entitled movieBudgetBySource for the multi-property budget by source, which is a meta-property. An example of this is getting a movie with the movie ID M267 and getting the budget whose source matches Los Angeles Times. For the second example, we're going to index the movie budget estimates by date. Here we have an example of selecting movie M267, and we want to get the budget from the last 12 months. We can take a look at what we've created with our property indexes by describing the schema. First, we can look at the full schema of the graph, and you can do that in your studio notebook, or we can look at the vertex-label movie and see what we've created on that vertex. We can see the partition key and the properties, which we've seen before, and then at the end we can see the two property indexes that we've created. We can also drop these indexes as well. Let's take a look at how you do that. For a vertex-label movie, we can specify the movieBudgetBySource index and drop it, and likewise for the movieBudgetByDate index. Now that we've covered property indexes, let's go back to the notebook and do an exercise.